I'm a god.
Well, what if there is no tomorrow?
I'm a god.
There wasn't one today.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of It's Time to Rewind, a podcast stuck in its own time loop right along with the movies we discuss. And this season we're taking a look at Groundhog Day, after day, after day, after day, after day. I'm your host Bubba Wheat from Flights, Tides, and Movie Nights, and in this episode we're discussing Phil's 14th Groundhog Day that starts and ends at 56 minutes and 29 seconds with Phil getting slapped. This is starting to feel a little bit more like deja vu. And, once again, my guest is Jason Soto from Whatever with Jason Soto. Thanks for coming back again.
I think I need to save a kid from a falling tree to get out of here. I don't know what's going on. How do I get out of this?
Well, I don't know, but you're stuck here at least one more day.
Oh, all right. I guess I'll deal with it.
And so, today we get yet another slap. What a surprise, huh?
Yeah, slap number 3.
So, let's go ahead and go back to rating these slaps.
Yes.
And today, this is the one where we see both of them, and they're just outside the door. I'm pretty sure it's the bed and breakfast. So again, this is Rita didn't quite make it inside, and I had it on repeat, and I was just watching it a few times. I turned the sound off and was just watching it on repeat, and she's actually mouthing something. I think she might be saying "stop it," but it's hard to tell because it's just got the montage music going.
I think that's accurate. I think I do remember her saying that. I feel like, unless it's another Mandela effect thing happening, I feel like she does say "stop it" at least a couple of the slaps. And this might be like the first one she said it in, actually.
What would you, out of 10 on this one, the 15th day? What would you?
I'm gonna give this one. I would probably give this one. Oh man, this one's hard. Probably a 9 again, another 9. Because of how close he got to having her into his room. And he said something, obviously, that messed everything up for her to slap him. So this was equally as brutal as the first one, or the second one. I already forget. I've been in this movie for 3 times now. I forgot what I said. So I'm gonna give it a 9, just because this is his 3rd time being slapped by her, and he got it so close, but yet so far with it. So yeah, I'll give it a 9.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna part with you a little bit. I can see him, he's got his hand on her shoulder, and he does have a good recoil going on this one. Mm-hmm. I could be wrong, but I believe that in this montage, Andie MacDowell actually did slap Bill Murray every single time on every single take. And in most of these, it does look like a real slap.
Yeah, it really does.
But I think this one, it's a little on the weaker side as far as the other slaps go. I would just give this one a 6 out of 10.
Okay.
So this might be, getting into a little bit personal territory, but have you ever been in a situation where you've gotten slapped by somebody?
Let me think. You know what? I'm gonna say no. I've never gotten slapped by, like this, me saying something and someone slapping me. I've had I would jokingly say, "Hey, someone slapped me for whatever reason," and then they would do it. But I've never was on a date or anything, and then I got too fresh, and then my date slapped me. I never had that happen, thankfully. But yeah, no, I've never got slapped by. And actually, I don't even think it was a woman who did it. So no, I've never been slapped by a woman. No, I must be missing out. I might have to go say something bad to a woman just once, just so I can get slapped. No, I'm kidding. Don't do that. Nobody do that. I'm joking. Please, nobody do that. I don't want Bubba Weed or I to get sued. I'm totally kidding. How about you? Did you ever get slapped? How about you?
Yeah, I mean, not like in exactly the same situation that Phil has. I have, and and obviously, I'm not going to go into details, but I have been slapped at least a couple times.
Oh my. Okay, all right. Sounds like there's a juicy story there, but I can't. I'm not gonna be able to get it out of you. All right, damn. I'll have to try to find a way to get that out of you someday.
And it also reminds me, there's a YouTuber, one of the early ones that I kind of gravitated towards. His name is Shia Porn, and he, it's his actual name.
Oh, wow, that's an unfortunate name.
But he does like comedy videos, and one video he did that I always remember. It's basically like a music video. It's set to Cake's short skirt, long jacket. And it's just a montage that runs the entire length of the song of him getting slapped by various women just the entire time, where he apparently just went up to a bunch of different women during the course of filming this and then just asked them to slap him on camera.
Wow, really?
Yeah, it's a pretty funny video, I think. And then like at the very one of I'm not sure if it's the last one or almost the last one, but he gets slapped by Sarah Silverman.
Oh, okay. I'd like to get slapped by a celebrity. That'd be awesome.
And then another one that was pretty funny. He gets slapped by like a larger woman, and like you can tell that it was a serious slap. Like she knocks him a good 4 feet.
Really? Damn. That's wow. Oof. I might have to see if I can. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll ask people if they can slap me intentionally, and then do that. Yeah, that'll be my way of experiencing it. So, without having to be like a creep or anything.
And then, what are your thoughts about like Phil's headspace at this point in the movie?
At this point in like the overall loops that we've experienced so far.
Yeah, he's already had several failures at this date with Rita. Like, do you think that he's seriously like the scientist with all the pins and the strings? It's like, if I do it exactly this way, then I'm not gonna get slapped this time.
Yeah, I really feel like he is that kind of guy. Like, he gets like an idea in his head, and he's gonna see it through. Like, I mean, we've seen him do it in other parts of the movie. I don't want to jump too far ahead, but like the homeless guy, for example, like he's trying to save the homeless guy, right? So I feel like he's a very stubborn person in that he doesn't want to fail, and so he gets in his mind, okay, I need to woo Rita, maybe sleep with her, whatever his intentions are. He's trying to get to that goal, and so regardless of how many times he's being slapped by her for whatever thing he's doing or saying, he's gonna like, well, it's a blow to my ego, but I'm definitely gonna try again, like tomorrow, quote unquote, like the next loop, aka tomorrow. And then, he's like, okay, so I can't say this, so I'm gonna try this, and then, see what works.
Yeah, I can see that too. Like he's very, like you said, stubborn, and he's also self-obsessed. So yeah, he feels like he's smarter than everybody else. So this is just like in a way, it's like a puzzle that he just has to figure out.
Right, because this is the part where he's not yet like turning a new leaf, like not being an asshole. Basically, he's still being kind of selfish and wanting to do things his way. Like he hasn't really made that turn yet. So he's still thinking about himself.
Yeah, I think we're good on this level of slaps, and okay. I'm ready to move on to the next slap and
okay.
See where we go from here. So why don't you go ahead and remind everybody where they can find you online?
Yeah, absolutely. So you can find me on Twitter at Famous Comedian. I got my podcast, Whatever with Jason Soto. It's out on Anchor, Spotify, wherever you get podcasts. Or you can go check out rabbitholepodcast.com. That is the home of all podcasts that I have a hand in, whether I host or co-host or produce or anything. You can just go there, check it out, and just have yourself a grand old time.
All right, and as always, I'm Bubbleweed from flightstights&movienights.com. You can find this podcast, It's Time to Rewind, on anchor.fm or anywhere else you listen to podcasts. And, we'll be back again tomorrow, and hopefully I won't get slapped in the meantime.
I'm a god. Well, what if there is no tomorrow? I'm a god. There wasn't one today.